actual yield divided by the theoretical yield times 100. An example of finding the theoretical yield. 2Al plus 3I2 yields 2Al I3. First, we're going to start off with stating that 1.2 moles of aluminum and 2.4 moles of iodine are used in this equation. There's a video previous that talks about the limiting reactant, so we're going to skip right to it and state that iodine is our limiting reactant.
The theoretical yield would be step 2. To do that, you would take your limiting reactants of moles of I2 and divide that by 1. You then set up a stoichiometry equation and multiply that by the mole ratio, which is 2 moles of Al divided by 3 moles of I2. You then take the grams of Al and divide of I3 and divide that by 1 mole of Al I3, which would be the equivalent, and once you multiply that all, it equals 2.446164 grams of Al I3. Then you would round that to 2.4 grams of Al I3. Once you find the theoretical yield, you do step 3, which would mean you do the experiment and find your actual yield. Your actual yield is the amount that you end up at the end. So in the actual experiment, we ended up with 1.8 grams of Al I3. We then multiply that by the theoretical yield, which is 2.4 grams of Al I3, multiplied by 100 equals a 75% yield.